How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Creators Process. As you know, my name is Jaden, and right next to me I have Felippe. How are you doing today?
I'm great, and you?
That's good, and I'm very good, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me into your lovely home and to talk to you. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you, absolutely my pleasure. I have been watching your interviews, and it's incredible to have been watching so many artists talking about themselves, talking about their creative process. So to me it's wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for supporting the channel and supporting so many incredible artists in our line of work. There's so many amazing people in Melbourne that do so much incredible stuff.
Super, we can get inspired, we can get to know more about each other, so it's wonderful. Congrats for being doing this.
Well, thank you very much. No, I really appreciate that. And so for people watching at home, tell us, what do you do? What do you do for yourself?
Mainly, I think that I consider myself a storyteller. I work as a journalist, I produce digital content, so videos, interviews, written articles, and I work as a life model as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. And so how long ago did you start that journey of, let's say, with your storytelling, how long did you start working in this area?
I started in Brazil. As you can see, I have a Brazilian accent. I started in Brazil as a journalist. I was always willing to tell different stories, or stories that can inspire other people. I like to handle with taboo topics as well, because I think that if there's people that it's not talking about some subject, then I want to talk about it. I think that it's interesting. For example, if I'm curious about something, probably more people will be curious as well. So I'm always on the hunt for inspiring stories, something that we can watch, we can relate, we can demystify some topics. So that's what I like to do.
Yeah, well, I think that's interesting. You focus on topics that not a lot of people talk about, because as you said, there are people out there that they would want to hear more about it, but then it's they don't hear a lot about it, so it's kind of well, I guess people aren't interested. But it's well, you'd be very surprised how many people are interested in listening to these topics. So I like how you kind of go, people don't talk about this, so let's actually spread some news about it and also just talk more about it. I think that's incredible. So do you think it's very important for your journalism and all that, to put yourself in that position to understand what it's like for other people in that position as well?
Totally, because usually as a journalist you are there interviewing someone who is experiencing some kind of situation.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to put myself in that situation so I can tell by myself how it feels.
Wow.
So I think that
that's incredible, man. I think it's amazing that you take that time to try and put yourself in that position, because a lot of people, when they talk to people and they don't really understand what their position is like, but I think it's incredible that you go, all right, I'm going to put myself in that position so I can kind of get in that person's head to see what they would be feeling, what they would be thinking in that position as well. I think that's incredible.
Things in all situations, in all situations of life, I think that every time that you put yourself in other people's shoes, you are able to feel what they are feeling and never judge. I always try to understand that person, and because we are all humans, right? And we have different experiences, different lives. Sometimes we don't know why a specific person is living that kind of life, so I think that it's always important to put yourself.
Yeah, especially before, as well as you said, as another way, before you judge that person, you need to kind of think to yourself, going, well, what do you think that person is going through? Before you actually stop to judge them, kind of think to yourself, going, what might that person be going through before you actually say something? Just think about it.
Yes, exactly. When I was 17, I started to do drama classes, so I was able to perform in some plays as using a character,
Yeah.
And I love this, and that's what I try to do with my job. For example, when I'm working as a life model, I'm always there trying to tell a story. Because it's all about to tell our stories. I think that we as human beings, we love to listen to stories, and to tell stories. Since from the moment where we were painting the caves, trying to...
Yeah, absolutely.
And now when you are both, you are a life model as well, so you know that it's not only to take off your clothes.
No.
And every time some people, when I say that I am a life model, they say, whoa, and it's all about to take off your clothes. And I say, no, to take off your clothes is only to have a shower, that it's not simple as that.
Exactly.
We are there performing a story.
Yeah, and it seems like, as you said, it's like storytelling is such a huge part of your life. Like even putting it into your life modeling, you want to include that aspect in all aspects of your life. That you always want to be known as the storyteller, Felippe the storyteller.
Yes, exactly.
But I think that's very true. Like, because as people, we always, when we talk to people, we always love telling stories. Even when we're talking about like things happening in our life, or narratives that we read in books, it's just something that has been so pivotal in life. And when we watch the news, when we watch movies, because they're a style of stories as well, telling a story through a movie. It's like, it's just something that's always been very pivotal. As being human is always listening to stories. That's incredible.
And I am super curious. I love to learn different things, I love to talk with someone who will be there teaching me something that I still don't know. And then I can tell their stories to other people, and then we create this learning chain. Where everybody's learning from each other. I think that when we are open to learn different things, for example, I love to talk with strangers on the streets, doing the groceries, or while I'm waiting for the next train, or all the places that I go, if I see someone that I think, wow, this person is so interesting, let me go there and, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you, I am Felipe. Do you bother to tell me about yourself, about your life? If I see someone that has a different hair, or someone who walks in a different way, I like to meet new people,
Yeah.
I think
and put yourself in, like, in ways where you could even meet, like, new friends, make new friends and all that sort of thing, and that's always really great.
Totally, because sometimes, for example, when we go out, we are there at the nightclub, and then we are drinking a lot, we have some shots, then we feel more open to meet new people. But I would like to do this, and I try to do this in my life, in my day by day, sometimes I think, why only when I'm drunk I can create this connection with strangers, so let me try when I'm not drunk too, I think that just like children, there's a basketball court here, basketball court. Sorry with my English, I think
It's all good, it's all good.
You will have to put some subtitles. If you don't understand something that I'm saying, please let me know.
Oh, good.
But I like to go to a basketball court here close to my home, and always there are some guys 11 years old, 12 years old, or 9 years old, and it's impressive how they connect more easily with you. Children, I think that they are more open, to connect with people. I think that when we grew up, we kind of lose this ability to connect with people, and I think that children, they are more open, more curious.
I think it's like, and it's such an interesting thing in the last couple of years, we've lost a bit of that connection. I think one thing is because of social media, because we now connect through messaging and all that sort of thing. So like that connection of, like, 20 or so years ago, if we had to get in contact with someone, we would have to call them on the phone. We didn't have Facebook, we didn't have texting and all that sort of thing, because that was the only way we could get in contact. But now, because we have so much social media, we've, as you said, we've lost a bit of that connection of just, as like I said, just sitting on a couch, just talking to people, we have lost a bit of that connection with people.
Super. To me, it's kind of frustrating, because when I was studying, sometimes inside the class, people were not talking, but then the teacher created a WhatsApp group, and then everybody were talking again. And then I said, wow, now we are connected. But then the next day, when we were in person inside the class, nobody were talking again. And then why we are only talking through social media? Let's talk in person too. Let's Because I think that sometimes we create a wall, you know, because sometimes we are insecure, or it's because sometimes we are not feeling ourselves, you know, and then we create a wall around us. But no, let's break this wall and
just break it up.
And be open to talk more, to ask more questions, be open to talk more about ourselves without feeling that we will be judged.
Exactly, you know, because it's about creating a, like, as you said, not a judgmental space where we can talk and share stories and share opinions and stuff without just being judged or being judged for who we are. And I think that's amazing how you try and do that with what you do in journalism and, you know, through life modeling and all that. I think that's incredible that you try and create that, break down those walls. So I think, you know, it's always important to break down the walls of and being able to interact with everyone, you know.
Totally. Just like we were drunk, or just like when we were kids, you know, but I think that we have to practice more this in our day by day, you know. I think that we have to lose this afraid of people or to be judged, you know, because people will judge you anyway, you know, but we have to be who we are, you know. I think that we have to be more kind with people. I think that we have to accept more people, don't judge people, you know, and be always open to know more about each other.
Exactly.
Yes, and here in Australia, I think that I started feeling more of this, you know, because I had a barrier that it was language, a language barrier. And I always loved to express myself, you know, but then when I was not doing this in my first language, I started feeling, wow, how can I be more connected with people, you know, without doubting myself if I would be able to express myself. For example, here to have this chat with you, I was thinking, oh my gosh, and if people don't understand what I'm saying, but then I said, come on, relax.
People will.
Yes, exactly. I hope so.
Oh, no, they will. It's fine. Like, I think it's just creating, as I said, you know, it's just getting people to tell their storytelling at the end. And it's, I'll ask you, so when it comes to, because you said you do life modeling, what was the inspiration for that, going through and starting life modeling, other than being a storyteller?
To be honest, I always loved to be naked, you know, because I don't see a naked body as something that it's pornographic or anything like that. You know, I think that nudity has been used to humans to protest, you know, when you take off your clothes to do a protest, or to tell stories, or to show how free you are, don't judge different shapes of bodies, you know, so I always felt really comfortable doing this, you know, and I think that here, when I arrived here in Australia, I realized that there were a lot of life drawing classes happening. Then I thought, wow, I do wanna try this. And then I got in contact with Jean-Luc, that I think that most of you know Jean-Luc. I sent him a message and I said, hey, I would love to pose for gay life drawing. And he gave me the first opportunity, and then I think that it all happened.
It just happened from there.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And when I was there posing for 2 hours, I didn't have to talk, you know, so I think that it was a way to be able to express myself without having to talk. You know, I was there doing my art, I was there telling a story, I was there connecting with the artists, and it's something that, you know, usually when people take off their clothes, they feel some vulnerability, but with me, it's the pose.
Yeah, it's about the poses and the art.
I feel so powerful, you know. Power or powerful?
Yeah, powerful.
Powerful, yes. I feel so powerful, you know, when I'm there in the middle of a room, naked, you know, and you know, just being myself, not feeling afraid of being judged.
Yeah. Absolutely, because it's in a very non-judgmental, as you said, creating a zone where there's just no judgment.
Exactly.
And that's it.
It's such a great environment, you know.
It is.
You know this, right?
Absolutely. And do you usually like work by yourself, or do you work with someone else, or you know? Like when
I'm lucky enough to my husband Marlon. He works as a life model as well. He's a photographer. Marlon, where's Marlon?
Yes, let's bring him in.
Yeah.
Hello guys!
Hey.
Thanks for having me here.
Marlon,
hey.
Marlon, how you doing? So you two are both model together when it comes to doing your life modeling? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we started at Brett's house. It was our first experience here.
Yeah.
It was really great. At the beginning we thought, oh my god, we are going to a stranger house and we didn't know what to expect from there.
Yeah.
But everything was really good, really great. And
Yeah.
everything started from there.
Yeah, and it's same with Felippe. Is it like an experience that you felt comfortable with doing? Like you've always been comfortable around nudity and all that sort of thing?
Yes, I started doing some fashion modeling in Brazil, I think 15 years ago.
Wow.
And then when I came here in Australia, I had other mindsets, because in Brazil, if you are a success model, you just have to be always on the top. And here is not about that. It's about how you can express yourself, your body shape, and the simple art form that is your body.
Yeah.
Itself. So yeah.
Because it's about the artistic form and about creating art through the form. You know, it's not about like what you look like or what marks you have on your body and all that. So, like, it's just about creating art. That's all it is, you know. And as we were saying, through a loving and just accepting environment, which is always great. And like as you said with John Luke, who's been able to create the most amazing and beautiful community through what he does in his life drawing, as you say, with gay life drawing, with Top Secret, and it's incredible. And I think, it sounds like you both have had very great experiences with John Luke as well.
Super, yes, because John Luke is always working with different people, different ethnicities, different shapes, different gender, different sexual orientation. So I think that representation is super important. You know,
Absolutely.
when we are watching something and you feel that you are being represented by that characters, you know, you can see yourself, you can be more proud about yourself.
Absolutely.
So it's incredible. I'm a journalist and Marlon is a photographer, so we are producing some content together, he's the one who takes the pictures. He's also a video editor, so when I'm interviewing someone, he's the one who makes all the magic happens.
The behind the scenes guy.
Yes.
Always important.
Yeah, so I think that we are lucky to be able to work together and to be always surrounded by creative people. In 2017, Marlon and we made a video together, and we went to the streets of Melbourne and we asked people from 15 different nationalities, what is happiness? And it was amazing to connect with so many people and listen to their answers.
That's amazing. That's incredible. And like, have you always been interested in photography and video editing and all that?
Yes, I did my bachelor degree in Brazil in marketing communication. Then we started to do some videos there. Then here we start also produce some video as a freelancer. And I think it's all connected, like video, photos, modeling. It's all about art form that you have to express.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm so shy.
That's alright.
As you may know.
But no, I think as you said, it is all connected. Like everything is, you know, you have the models who are photographed by the photographer, and then you have the filmer who films the people who they're interviewing, and it's like it's all connected at the end of the day. And I think that's what this whole YouTube series that I'm doing is like, just connecting everything together, saying it's actually these all sprout into different art forms. Like it's not just one and it stops there, it all spreads out. I bet it would be an incredible experience that you both get to work together, not just as life partners, but as well as partners in business, which would be quite nice.
Yes, we feel super lucky about it.
Totally.
And it's always about to put yourself in other people, in other person's place. For example, you are a photographer and also life model, so I think that for you to be able to be in both sides, I think that it's incredible.
Yeah.
Just like when I try to go into some drawing classes, to draw. You know, I'm terrible, unfortunately. My drawings are always terrible, you know, but I like to put myself in that position, you know, and I always get inspired by the other life models as well, because I can see their poses, I can see which kind of stories they are telling, so I think that it's wonderful when we can put ourselves in different places, because we have different perspectives.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think that was one of the things I even found out when I started modeling, because I was a photographer then a model, and so it actually in a way made me a better photographer, understanding what it's like to be in front of the camera as well. And you know, I think I always say to photographers going, if you really want to understand what it's like for the other person on the other side, step in front of the camera and see what that does for you. And I've had a talk with another artist who said one of the artists that she knew, she wanted to understand a lot more what it was like, so she stepped in front and actually became a model as well. And I think it's, as you said, it's an interesting experience of going like, you know, so you understand both spectras of like being in front but also being behind, like the behind the scenes person.
Totally.
And it's but yeah, like that's incredible. Like I think that's incredible that you both are always going out there to try and tell a story and trying to create stories through interviewing and talking and creating art through people. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I think that after the pandemic, I think that we started feeling more this need of being surrounded by creative people. Yes, have social contact.
Totally.
Yeah. It's because I think well, that's what we were missing. Like especially during the pandemic, we couldn't have that for like months where we couldn't see anyone, and so that made it really hard. And the only time we could see people was through a camera, and so it just would have been. It was really hard, and you know I think that was the same. As soon as lockdown ended, I was like, "Where are the people at?"
Yes, I want to meet new people. I want to have a beer with strangers on the streets. I want to hug people. It's incredible, right? To have this second chance to enjoy more life and to enjoy more people's company. You know, I think that we are lucky enough to have this second chance, if we can call like that.
Yeah, a second chance at connecting with people again. I think that's amazing.
Totally.
And so I'll ask as a final question for the both of you, like what are your guys' plans in the future? Like do you have any projects you are both working on right now? Like do you?
I think at the moment we are doing some pre-recorded video sessions here at home. We like set up a studio and then we film each other holding the poses, wearing some props, and then we edit in this movie and sell like a full movie.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yes, we are doing one to Jean-Luc. I think we're gonna launch this week, I believe. And yeah, that's it. We are just combining the skills like editing and life model and creating a new product. I hope it will sell. And but we really enjoyed the production, the whole process of doing it. It's really, really amazing.
No, that's awesome. And you know, like I think it's and there is a market for that. Like I know that there's been models who've done that where they create like these videos and then they sell it to artists who want to create art, you know, saying like, oh, can you possibly model? And if you're able to take it like internationally, you can send it over and say, you know, here are the videos, and then you get paid for it, and then it's like people can use it through art. So I think that's incredible. And well, I want to wish you both the best with your future projects, and I think that's amazing. So I want to first of all thank you so much, Marlon and Felippe, to both of you for inviting me into your home and letting me interview you about both your processes. It was absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you so much. My pleasure as well. Thank you guys for being here at home with us, having this chat. Hope to meet you in person soon.
Absolutely. And as I say every time, thank you so much to everyone watching. If you want to check out both of their works, I will leave links to everything that they do down below. Definitely come if they're ever modelling, come to a modelling class. If you ever see them in the street, as they say, go and say hi to them, you know. Let's connect the community together and let's support each other through what we do. Like, let's just keep the support going. As you've been supporting the artists who've been watching this series, thank you so much, and give these guys all the support. Absolutely amazing. And comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.
Thank you. Bye bye.